Hey, what's up, y'all? It's Poppin' What's Crackin'. It's D. Boss reacts to this Choice TV vid. It's titled "The British Expose Keith Lee and Americans." What the hell? Why we in this? For not liking their stale food. Not their stale food, y'all. Listen, if Keith Lee went to, I'm assuming he went to London and didn't like the food, it's because he picked the wrong restaurants. So there's just that. I would always hear, people say, oh, London's food is so bad. I finally went to London and everything we had was fire. I had some delicious food in London, but you can't go to London and eat the traditional British food. That's slow. Why would you do that? You got to eat the ethnic food, all right? I had the best omelet I've ever had in my entire life when I was in London. I went to this Mediterranean breakfast spot. Fire, delicious. We went to this Jamaican spot that was hella good. This Japanese spot. We went to this place called Duck and Waffle that was pretty good. I don't even think that's an ethnic restaurant, but it was good. Several food places we went to, delicious. So if you're picking the wrong restaurants, that's on you. But y'all also can't get too mad at Keith Lee, because I'm positive he takes recommendations from his audience and they tell him where to go and he just goes based on that. So they gave him wrong recommendations. So there's that. As long as he's not trashing London's food in general, then y'all should leave him the hell alone. Because he supposed to lie and say he liked the food when he didn't? If he didn't like it, he didn't fucking like it. But if he's saying, oh, the food in London is trash, then yes, drag him. Because I hate when people do that. It's so slow. But yeah, let's just see what happens. Let's watch.
Some viewers may find this disturbing. Viewer discretion is advised.
Hi, my loves. It's Destin Choice and you're watching Choice TV. I wanted to get on
because
here.
now that I think about it, he did the same thing when he went to LA. He went to LA, tried some recommendations that people gave him and was like, yeah, I didn't like the food when I was there. And, people came back and was like, why would people tell you to go to these places? No, you got to go to these spots instead. He went back to LA, tried different restaurants and was like, actually, I take that back. LA has some super fire food. And that's because he got better recommendations. But people were initially recommending him these trendy places that get popular on social media, the aesthetically pleasing places. Those are not the restaurants that you go to. Those restaurants are for the vibes. People go for the vibes, or they go because, oh, these celebrities are seen there. Those aren't the places that you go for good food, but those are the places that people will recommend, and those are the places that go viral on social media. People go eat those places and they're like, y'all food is bad. It's like, no, you're an idiot and you picked the wrong spots. That's on you. You can't get mad at the city. I really hate when people visit a city once and they think that makes them an expert on the city's cuisine. You are an idiot, a literal idiot. I was doing the numbers because me and my homegirl was having a conversation the other day, and LA County has over 28,000 restaurants. I'm always telling you how big LA is. 28,000. Do you know how many restaurants that is? I did the numbers. I did the math because I'm a math girly. I was an economics major. All right. And if you ate at one new restaurant every single day for the rest of your life, it would take you 76 years to eat at all of the restaurants in LA. 76 years. That's how many restaurants we have. So you cannot go there, visit one time, pick a bunch of random places that you saw on TikTok and then be like, the food is bad here. You are a dummy. You picked the wrong spots. Out of all the restaurants, you picked the wrong one. So be mad at yourself. I can't stand people. So I hope he's not doing that to London, because London is also a really big city. So I'm sure they got hella restaurants as well. So I hope he's not saying the food in London is bad, because if he is saying that, then yes, drag him, because I hate when people do that. Y'all are dumb.
With my nice late midnight snack and talk about the Keith Lee situation. So as you guys know, Keith Lee is one of the biggest food bloggers on the internet right now. Now, personally, I never really saw the hype with Keith Lee, because when I see Keith Lee, I just see a young black man sitting in his car eating food.
Doing his thing, period. And he got so popular from this. I support him. I like him.
Never saw anything spectacular about him, and I always just thought his videos were boring as fuck. But I will be honest, as the years have progressed, he did grow on me, because his videos aren't just about reviewing or critiquing food. A lot of times it's about him literally helping businesses, helping restaurants prevail, figuring out if it's just the location, if it's just poor marketing, or if the restaurant really is a hidden gem.
Chef Wilson says they're selling about 300 honey hot mac and cheese fries a day.
This is our most popular item on the menu.
That's a big back ass meal though. That's wild. Macaroni and cheese over French fries? Ciao.
Lee's review of them helped bring in brand new customers like Desara Hardy and her daughter London.
He has put me on to a lot of really cool restaurants. I checked out one restaurant that he went to in Dallas called Hutchins Barbecue, which was actually really good. So I will be honest, a lot of his recommendations are top tier, and he does know good food and definitely does have a good palate. Now, he, of course, is getting dragged again because if you guys
This
didn't
nigga
know...
ate beans on toast? He was eating the bread. The bread heard all over the world. Who heard it? What bread has been heard all...
Currently in London.
This nigga is eating... They trolling him with this recommendation. Or maybe he's trolling. Eating fucking beans on toast. That's like the joke that people always throw at Brits. That y'all eat beans on toast. Well, is that a joke? Do y'all eat beans? I don't fucking know. I don't know. But anyway, this is a troll because ain't no way.
The United Kingdom, trying out all the different foods and the food scene.
This is probably why he got
to
dragged.
try British food, and he tried a normal English breakfast.
Oh.
The British were furious because he showed a horrible representation of what their food is, and he simply didn't like the food.
Oh, that's an English breakfast? Beans on toast is a part of an English breakfast?
The bread is definitely stale. The tomatoes kind of taste like they were...
I know you fucking.
Egg. They just fried the egg. They didn't do anything to it. Mushroom. Cooked mushroom. Nothing on it. Bubble and squeak. Doesn't taste like anything to me.
If you're going to come to London and you're going to eat a full English breakfast, why are you eating beans one for one and individually? And why are you not putting a bit of everything on the fork and eating it in one? You're not supposed to eat everything individually. You're supposed to add your own salt and season it to how you like. You're supposed to add your own sauce. If you want hot sauce...
Bitch, I'm supposed to add my own salt at a restaurant? My own seasonings? Ain't that what I'm paying them to do? It's to season my goddamn food? I understand if you want to add a little, it's missing a little bit and you just, kind of sprinkle a little bit, but you trying to make it seem like he's supposed to do all the damn cooking at the table. That's what they supposed to be doing in the kitchen.
Like you've said in one video, add hot sauce. We all add sauce when we want it, okay? And I don't see any butter on any of your toast. What's going on? You're having full breakfasts at a 5-star hotel. You need to go to Ends for full breakfast. Then when you go to Terry's, you're eating beans individually. What's going on? Please link up with some.
Americans have the worst food taste in the
Girl, shut the fuck up. I hate people. I want to fight.
world. And you know what furthers my point? Keith Lee. Keith Lee, I need a word with you. Do you know why? Because you have came to the capital of the best food in the world.
All right, now you reaching, ho. Now you reaching. Ho, is you cool? Is you cool? Because you out here lying in this goddamn car, all right? I ain't never heard that in my life. Now, I said the food was good when I went, but I'm not going to sit here and be like, oh, it's the best food. Well, the omelet was the best omelet I ever had in my life. But other than that, it wasn't, oh, this is the food capital of the world. And I've never heard anybody actually say that. I've never heard those words in my life. So you just made that up. You just made up that lie.
And you don't enjoy any of our food, that just seems like you've got something wrong with you in America, that your palate is not quite right. It doesn't attune to our amazing food and capabilities over here. Because you're telling me you had a full English breakfast and you called it bland. Bland. Beans. Do you call beans bland? You called beans bland. And then you had a jacket potato with beans and tuna and you said you don't like it. You don't like it. You put beans and tuna and you said...
There was beans and tuna?
And then you had a spud, a jacket potato, with beans and tuna.
A potato with beans and tuna? You know what? Go to hell. Go to hell. That's a British food? Y'all go to hell. Y'all go to hell in London if that's what y'all eating. That is the most disgusting thing I've ever heard in my life. I'm sorry.
And you said you don't like it. You don't like it. You pulled a face.
Who would like that?
People were even going as far as saying, no, you're eating the wrong. You're supposed to eat the blood sausage with the beans and the mashed potatoes, and you're supposed to add your own vinegar on the fork. Everything's supposed to taste nice and fresh.
What she said, a potato?
Overall, people were furious about his opinions, and for some reason, this has made national news. I don't understand why when Keith Lee goes to other cities, it makes national news that he doesn't like the food. This happened to him in Atlanta when he tried Atlanta food, and he talked about how horrible the service is and how shitty the management can.
This is real. Update. This is real life. It's called a jacket potato. And oh my God. This is a crime. There's beans and tuna on the fucking potato, bro. Together. The beans are on top of the tuna.
Y'all food sucks.
Why would you
I hate to
eat
say
that?
it, but people say the same thing about Paris. People say the same thing about the Netherlands. People say the same thing about Switzerland. The food just sucks. It just is what it is. I mean, I hate to say it, and no offense to a lot of my British viewers watching.
But yeah, all of those other comments I don't agree with. Even him saying, oh, the food in Paris sucks. The food in Switzerland does. I had some really good food when I was in Zurich, when I was in Switzerland, so... I mean, it was high as hell. It was expensive, but it was good. So once again, you can't visit somewhere and say, "Oh, the food here sucks." You are a literal moron saying that. You picked the wrong places. What? You are a goofy. You picked wrong. You picked the wrong spots. There are thousands and thousands of places. You picked a few wrong spots, and now the food here is bad. That just. Where's the logic? I just don't understand. And people say this all the time. That's why it just grinds my gears, because I hear it all the time. I'm like, it boggles my mind how slow people are. Are you not understanding how stupid that sounds? How stupid of a statement that is? That's like taking a book and reading a few pages and be like, this book is trash. You haven't had experience with the rest of the...
Yes, but y'all food nasty as fuck. Y'all food is nasty. Now, it's not all the food, of course. I will be honest. I've had some.
So don't say that. Don't make that generalization.
Food in the UK.
I would never make that generalization for anywhere. I would be specific about my experience and say I did not like the food when I was in, this particular city or whatever. I will be very clear in stating that. But I'm never going to categorize an entire city or even country's food. Like, people naming whole ass countries. How you saying the food in Switzerland? The whole country? The whole country? What?
One of my favorite countries in the world is the UK. My second favorite city in the world is London. London is a really great city with a lot to offer, a lot of diversity. But I will be honest, people ain't going to London for the food. Even people in London don't enjoy London for the food. Let's just be honest. A lot of the food is bland, unseasoned, a little bit of salt and pepper, and it's just bland. I've had a lot of food, you know what I mean? Like, it took me going to like 15 different restaurants just to find food that I actually like. I found some good Pakistani food out there. Pakistan food is really good out there. Ghanaian food is really good out there. The Jamaican food out there is hit or miss. And I even had Algerian food out there, which was fucking trash. And I'll be honest, every time I watch food reviewers do food reviews about London, it's 9 times out of 10 never good. And anytime it is positive, you can always tell that it's paid promo. Even food reviewers, when they review British food, they never even fucking finish eating it. They just show themselves taking a bite, but you don't ever see them swallow it.
To the punters of the East End for over 90 years. One pie, one mash and liquor, a parsley-based green sauce costs under $5. Hashtag cheap eat alert. And if you're feeling really brave, you need to order some...
This reminds me when I was in Ireland. My people, my Irish. If you know, you know. Okay, those are my people. But I did not like the food when I was in Dublin. But even still, and literally everything I ate, I did not like. Every single thing. Every single thing I ate. But I would never fix my mouth and say, oh, Irish food is nasty, or oh, the food in Ireland is bad, or food in Dublin is bad. I would not say that, because I'm just taking it as, look, maybe I picked the wrong spots. I can't judge this entire country's food or this entire city's food, so, I'm going to just let it be. But I'm going to be honest and say, hey, the food I had there, I didn't like it. I'm going to say that. And that, looking at that, it reminds me of how some of it was looking that I was eating.
Jelly dills. Next up, there ain't no better way to start the day than a full English at the Regency Cap. This family-run greasy spoon has been serving up generous, hearty portions of comfort food since the 40s, and Dare Fry Up is often touted as the best in London.
Oh my God, did y'all see his face? He literally jump cutted his reaction. He even showed himself swallowing it. This is why people like Keith Lee have a place. These food reviewers are full of it. You go to these restaurants, they be like, oh my God, it's so scrumptious, so good. You try the food and the food sucks. I can't tell you how many times I've tried food in Miami, Atlanta, New England, anywhere I've ever fucking been. I can't tell you how many restaurants I've tried in different cities, and the food is just awful. And it's because a lot of these food reviewers are being paid a couple $100 to $1,000 for their reviews. And Keith Lee doesn't charge anything. He does these reviews for free just so he can get an authentic reaction. And that's why he's able to thrive so much, because he's unbought and unbossed. A lot of these fucking people who complain, y'all will sit up here and be like, oh, but, other food reviewers never had a problem. Yeah, that's because they're fucking getting paid fucking 70 pounds.
That is true. 70 pounds. That is true, though. That's why you got to take these reviews with a grain of salt. When people talking about, oh, the food here is so good. Like, I will take recommendations here and there, especially if I'm going to a new place, because I don't just want to raw dog it. I don't want to go into a new area blind. Like, here, I'm taking a recommendation that I saw on TikTok. I'm about to go there actually tonight. And, I'm hoping for the best, but it's like, that's all I got, because I don't know this country. So I would rather take recommendations online versus just trying to, randomly pick a spot myself. But I have to prepare myself, because they may have been paid to say that. Who knows? But I did look at the comments. That's a trick. When you look up these reviews, always look at the comments and see what people are saying in the comments. Are they saying, nah, I went there, that place is ass? You lying, it's not good. Like, make sure if you looking at one of those viral videos, really scroll through the comments and see what the common, consensus is. And if people are saying that, it's good, then, it might be decent. But if people are like, nah, I ain't fucking with it, nah, it wasn't good, nah, this is trash, then you might want to pick another spot. So that's a trick.
16 pence to freaking review a restaurant that ain't shit.
He look like Quentin.
I'm watching their videos like, now swallow it, bitch. Swallow it. Because let's be real, like, the food sucks. Like, do you see this stuff? Oh, like, who always is eating that? London and the UK in general has good ethnic food. British and English food is trash. If you're gonna eat good British food, you have to get it from somebody who comes from a different country and added their own fusion to it. Hello. So to see people drag him and get upset because he's not representing their food very well, oh fucking well, bitch, it's literally his fucking opinion. Exactly. I didn't really understand why people were so upset over his opinion. It kind of trying to bring Americans in this. Y'all find any opportunity to hate on Americans, get fucking help. Y'all are so weird. Any chance y'all get, y'all want to talk down on Americans. The jealousy. It's disgusting to watch, because we don't mention y'all nearly as much as y'all mention us. God damn, get a life. So y'all all up our ass cracks. Always Americans. Like he represent all of us. Fuck out of here. When I tried Trini food for the first time, and I tried a Trini restaurant out here in Los Angeles, and the food was trash. And I was honest, because there were other food reviewers who were literally reviewing the restaurant, and they was gassing it up. You can't trust, especially if they in the kitchen. What the fuck you doing in the kitchen? You real cool with them, real buddy, and they paying you a big check for you to be in the kitchen. Get the fuck out that kitchen. Saying, oh my God, this is so good. I went, them fucking patties were rancid. The fucking sauce was all fucking like minimal. She look like I was missing stuff out of my Waka Flocka Mama. Is that the mama? Order, and then the food tastes like it was just sitting there for hours. It wasn't made for effort. So with effort, to the point where I literally had to go to the actual country to find good food. And now Trinidad is like one of my favorite places in the fucking world to get good food. Some of the best food I've ever had was in Trinidad. Like, people are literally sitting up here saying, oh, you're supposed to mix it. You're supposed to get a scoop of beans with a scoop of butter, and a scoop of chicken, and a scoop of ketchup. Like,
all of the stereotypes that I've heard about British food from this American have been reinforced by another American. But what I think everyone else in the world needs to understand is, my personal opinion, Americans on the whole aren't people who like food. They like the idea of food. They like the concept of
you are a goofy bitch.
Food. They like the
who needs braces. Fuck out of here.
Fullness that food gives them. But they don't actually like food through no fault of their own, mainly just due to the government's lack of funding and any sort of high quality and quality assurance.
Girl, shut the fuck up.
The fact that
we got high quality food. What are you talking about? I hate people like this. I want to fight. I'm tired of y'all.
Random preservative.
The jealousy, bitch. Get help, ho.
And e-number and any.
I was having a great day. This video put me in a bad mood. Because I'm tired. I'm tired of always having to defend my country and defend my people. Y'all just be hating hard all the time. Jesus.
They got pesticide, herbicide, everything.
Girl, shut up. You don't even know what you're talking about.
Full of who knows what. I'm not saying the UK doesn't have a problem, but Americans so lax with their laws, right? So it's no fault of the American people. But I think because for decades and decades and decades and decades, they haven't had just baseline, fresh, organic, like good quality food.
What?
They've had to oversalt, overseason, overpreserve everything.
You're an idiot. This is a bitch who gets all her information from TikTok and just eats it up and believes it and believes this is everybody's experience. I'm not saying the food laws are the best, because it's like, oh, some things in some of our foods are banned in other countries because y'all buying bullshit. I don't buy bullshit. I go to Trader Joe's, I go to Whole Foods, I'm buying healthy food. I don't buy processed foods that got red 29, whatever the number is, whatever that shit that we're not supposed to be eating. Y'all buying processed shit and it got all those harmful ingredients in it. I don't buy shit like that. So you don't have to eat like that. So you thinking that all Americans are subjected to that? They're not. If they're not buying processed foods. So fuck out of here.
Agree that they can't actually taste the base ingredient anymore. Because how did Keith Lee have a pork sausage in his fry up and say this tastes like pork? As opposed to, he had mushrooms and bubble and squeak, and he said, this tastes like the ingredients.
You eat it.
You dummy bitch. Because it's supposed to be seasoned. That's equivalent to me going to a restaurant and them just plopping a plain ass bland chicken breast on my plate. If I bite into it and I'm like, yeah, this just tastes like a chicken breast, then I'm gonna be annoyed. What the fuck are you talking about? Because I could have bought a chicken breast at the grocery store, threw it in the oven, and put it on my own damn plate at home. That's not why I go out to a restaurant. It's not supposed to just taste like a chicken breast. I'm there because you putting together the seasonings and the spices and the shit and the herbs and a delicious concoction, and you putting it on the chicken and serving it to me. That's why I'm here. That's why restaurants exist. You dummy. What are you talking about? Like, oh, what is it supposed to taste like? It's supposed to taste like seasoned food, stupid. If I go somewhere and they just pop some mushrooms on my plate, they didn't even season it, yes, I'm gonna be annoyed because I could have went to the store, got my own mushrooms and threw it in the oven, or cooked it myself and not add anything to it. Are you slow? Clearly you are. You're clearly slow. I can't stand slow people. And this video irritated me more than I wanted it to. I'm supposed to be chilling on my vacation. I've been having a great time, but this bullshit is being brought with me. And this is gonna be my last video of the day.
You come eat this shit.
Y'all don't season y'all food. Like when I did my video, trying Trini food in America, and I thought the shit was nasty as fuck when I was addressing that particular restaurant for not cooking it with love and effort.
I'm appalled at the stupidity in that statement. And people want to talk shit and call Americans slow. And obviously she doesn't represent every single British person, but she clearly want to make these generalizations and talk shit about Americans. But you are so stupid for that comment.
Basically said, this food sucks, and the food is not seasoned and bland. And people in the comment section were grilling me, saying, you don't know nothing about no seasonings, all of our food is good, you probably don't know nothing. And people were even saying to me, oh my God, your taste buds are colonized. And one person even said, stick to burgers and fries. And that's not even the truth. A lot of people think Americans just eat pizza, burgers, and fries. And yes, a lot of us do eat pizza, burgers, and fries and wings. And that is a standard American dish. But pizza, burgers, and fries is just it's not standard American food. There's really no such thing as just standard American food. Because let's be honest with y'all for a second. America is made up of different cultures. Fun fact, America don't even have an official language. So because Americans have an official language, we have different types of food from different types of cultures. For one, we have soul food created by Black Americans who were brought here from Africa and brought here from all over the world. The Asians, when the Chinese come here, did y'all know that the Chinese don't even really give us the food that they actually eat? They feed us lard, trash, and garbage because they don't give a fuck about our health. They're like, stupid Americans just eating our fucking fatty, greasy food. Like, people don't even know that there's a whole separate set of black Americans in a certain community in South Carolina called the Gullah Geechee. They have their own language, their own culture, and they've been in America for generations. They pay homage to Africa. They got their own little slang and their own type of demeanor, and they have their own cuisine. You know, a lot of y'all know the Gullah Geechee from Gullah Gullah Island, but they are an actual culture, and they have their own food, and they cook it and season it in a different way compared to Black Americans who just identify with just being Black American. That's why I say the British don't understand. They think all of us Americans are just stupid idiots.
And that's the wildest shit, because the things that I hear them say are so uneducated as far as Black Americans go. They know nothing. They think they know based on the limited shit that they see on social media, but they're so uneducated about the actual life of Black Americans and our culture and our experience in America. It's actually mind-boggling, but they have so much to say. Because I don't expect you to be that educated. You don't live in America, so I don't expect you to know everything, but don't talk like you know everything. That's the mind-boggling part. It's like you're speaking as if you know what you're talking about when you're so far off. It's wild. Just to sound stupid like that last chick. I want to fight.
I don't know geography.
If you see this video, hit me up on IG.
They think
Let's link up.
that we're just dumb idiots that don't know how to point China out in the map. Now, I'll be honest.
I'm not a violent person. But she did piss me off.
Most people can't do that. And most Americans are stupid as fuck and can't even read geography. I'll be honest. But the British have a very warped perception of what good food is.
I like Troyce. I'm going to keep it cute.
Because they're just used to their food not being seasoned. I had to go all the way to the trenches in London to find good food. I went all the way to Brixton, and people were telling me, oh my God, watch out, like you might get sliced. They got machetes and knives. I went and it was a beautiful ass neighborhood. I'm like, what the hell, what machetes and knives are y'all talking about? I remember when I went to London, someone like literally walked up to me and literally said to me, like, hey mate, how are you, mate? So would you like to sign our petition to help stop knife violence? I almost laughed in his fucking face because I couldn't even believe that shit. So everybody has their perception of what they believe is good, seasoned, and what's dangerous. And then most people don't even know this, but their official dish isn't even a British meal. It's literally chicken tikka masala. That's from India. So the UK's whole cuisine is...
I don't think Google is a good source because this obviously is something that he Googled. And it's the first thing that pops up. I don't think we should just trust this. I've immediately Googled a lot of things I've Googled things and the immediate thing that popped up has been inaccurate many times. So that's not proper research. Just saying. I'm not saying this isn't their national dish, but I'm just saying you can't just go based on this. Oh, Google said that this is the national dish. Like, they use AI and it's not always correct.
Being made up of
it even says that when you Google shit, it says generated by AI. Like, they do a very quick scan. It's not always reliable. Just saying.
Cuisines. Kind of in a sense similar to America, but then not really, because I mean, at least American food is edible. Their food is barely edible, and that's no disrespect to them. But let's just be for real. Why do we hold Keith Lee's opinions to such a high standard? Who is he? Like, why does his opinion matter so much about food? Like, did he go to culinary school? Is he a food advisor? I'm really trying to figure out why people hold his opinion at such a high standard. Is it the followers? And who the fuck is Keith Lee? He ain't no fucking Gordon Ramsay. He's not no culinary genius. It's his fucking opinion. Keith Lee is better than me, because if it was me eating that food and people were dragging me, I would have been like, then you eat this shit, bitch. You eat it. You come eat this shit, since it's so good. I would have threw that shit right in the trash. And y'all know how I get down. So Keith Lee is not as blunt and realistic as I am, but y'all food nasty as fuck. Same thing when people come to your city and they say the food sucks. They don't know where to go. You know, a good example is quick story time. I remember I went to St. Louis, Missouri, which is a state and city in the Midwest. And tell me why when I was in St. Louis, Missouri, I was trying to try out the barbecue and the Chinese food, because people say they got the best Chinese food, and they call it the Chinaman over there. They're like, we got the best Chinaman. I tried that shit. That shit went straight in the fucking trash. I tried like 3 different Chinese restaurants, and I still wasn't impressed. I was like, what the fuck y'all talking about? So that's kind of what I mean. You know, a lot of people who live in their city, of course, they're going to hype up the food in their city.
And also that they have more experience eating more restaurants in that city than you do. If they live there, they've obviously ate more than 3 spots. So you can't go there and try 3 spots and talk to a person who's had the 3,000 spots and be like, what are you talking about? I had 3 spots and they wasn't good. Cause you only ate at 3 spots. Maybe that's why.
Because the grass to them is greener. That's just what it is. You know, every time
and they have more.
I ask people when I go to London, like, hey y'all, like I'm in London, like, you know, where can I eat? And some of y'all will literally be like, oh, go to Nando's, go to Nando's, go to Nando's. That's literally a place that serves chicken and French fries. The fuck I'm gonna do with that? That's literally a Portuguese restaurant that serves chicken or fish and french fries. It's okay to say that there's toxic aspects of your culture. There's toxic aspects of America, and I'm able to call it out. That's that for this video. Like, comment, subscribe.
God damn, this video is a lot longer than I intended it to be. But yeah, this triggered me a bit just because I hate everybody. And just the stupidity really upsets me that people are walking around this planet being this slow and saying these slow things. It does bother me. It does. Because we are forced to, you know, share the earth with these people, and it's dangerous because they subject us to nonsense, you know, and it's not good for our mental health. That's dangerous. So there's that. I said everything I had to say. I've already yapped enough. I'm going to leave it here for the day and go on about my business and go eat some stuff and explore the city more because I ain't got time for this nonsense. Y'all let me know what y'all think. Let me know what other videos you want me to watch, and I'll see y'all the next time. Bye.